Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Bob Brown joins us. He's the president and CEO of Opportunity Village, here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Carson Valley Inn, it's your place for the good times. Carson Valley Inn.
Welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the do-it-right guys and get the air conditioning back on today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why sweat for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your air conditioning fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
Story County is leading Nevada. Home of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, Google, Tesla, Panasonic, and other world-leading companies. Story County provides thousands of tech, advanced manufacturing, and logistics careers for Nevadans. We're diversifying and driving Nevada's economy and generating millions in tax revenue and billions in economic activity across northern Nevada. Story County is leading Nevada's future.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, I knew it was going to be a great day because the first guest I'm going to interview is Bob Brown. He's the president and CEO of Opportunity Village. We have been friends for pretty close to 20 years, from his time both in sales at the Review Journal and then becoming the publisher. And then a decade ago, he took over the works at Opportunity Village. Pleasure to have you on the program, sir.
Always great to see you, my friend.
And of course, the best part about doing this via Zoom is that people can't see that you're 6'6" and I'm 5'4" if I'm lucky. But we make a great pair together in pictures. You can only see
the great equalizer.
Yeah, your head and my head never are on the same picture. Let's start out, if we may, with explaining the story of Opportunity Village, because the story really goes back to 1954. Alan Desi Bailey began what became Opportunity Village. Can you share how that all began?
Yeah, it's really a beautiful story. Desi Bailey got a few of her neighbors together. I believe it was 7 different families, and they all had children with disabilities, and they weren't getting what they needed out of the education process, and that was, of course, before ADA and all the laws on disability. And so, they started their own school to teach their children, and because they knew that they could do things that they weren't being taught. They knew that they could move faster and matriculate. But of course, it's difficult in a classroom with all the other students. And in those days, teaching wasn't the same level as it is today in terms of the thought process for people with disabilities. So that started, and then ADA comes, and schools are now required to educate kids with disabilities, and so Opportunity Village transforms into an operation for adults, because once you hit 22, you no longer get all the services through the school district, and so those children are now out into the workplace, and there's very few options for them. And so Opportunity Village is here to provide work, and to provide day habilitation for the very severely disabled, and so that mom or dad or both can go work. So there's a lot of options for people with children with disabilities that have been provided by Opportunity Village for the last 70 years, and it's evolved. It continues to evolve. We continue to look at our programs, and I'll tell you, Sam, every day we come in and we say, how do we make this better? We're not satisfied with the level of care or the level of training that we're doing now. We want to be better because we can be. And so that's kind of our charge here. And now we've got 64 sites across Southern Nevada. We've got training programs where we have people in job sites learning how to do specific skills. We have programs with Clark County School District where kids can go and audit certain jobs so they can see what kind of jobs they like for a period of time and then go try another job. So there's that going on. We started a program several years ago that has very severely disabled people, so that we're caring for people that can't feed themselves, can't go to the bathroom by themselves, and so we're giving them that care all day long, so that again, a family can work. We've got all these different levels of care based on whatever that need is, and of course, it's really about finding what it is that person with a disability, what their dream is, what their need is. So you find the need, you fill it, you find the dream, and you try and fulfill it. And that's kind of what we do here. We've had people that have gone on to work in construction companies, and people that have gone to work on the Strip, in restaurants and hotels, and that's because that's what they wanted, and they articulated that. And so we did the training. It's all individualized. It has to be, because it's people.
Well, one of the things that struck me in going back and reading some of the information on your website is that you're really not looking at people as people with disabilities. You're looking at them as what is their potential to actually accomplish something.
Right.
And I think that's a big difference in the way one looks at this. And also, and I've been to Opportunity Village. It's been a few years now, but I came with you for a tour. And it was remarkable to see all the kinds of different industries that you were able to put your folks into. And so people might be surprised to know the high level of function that some of these adults can reach.
Yeah, absolutely. And they continue to surprise even their parents sometimes. We'll get children in here that they can't speak. And, I've seen them in here for couple months, and suddenly they're talking to people. They can't walk, and suddenly after a while they're able to walk. It's about making connections with people. If you've toured, you know that. And I invite everybody to tour, by the way, because that everybody in Southern Nevada should tour Opportunity Village. It'd be a great thing for Opportunity Village. It'd be a great thing for them to see. How human beings can make a difference in another human being's life. What a message that is for our community. But everybody's got a dream. I don't care who you are. You got a dream, and what we're about is fulfilling those dreams and finding solutions for them. So that's why we started light manufacturing. So we have a light manufacturing facility. We've got the media management where people can scan documents, or we have document destruction. We've got a bakery where people are baking cookies every single day. So there's a lot of inside businesses that we run, and we run them so that we can support people with disabilities. We've got 750 employees, and of those, nearly 300 are people with disabilities. So, the culture of the workplace is such that it provides this comforting, thoughtful culture that it says, okay, how are we going to be productive and get the job done, but yet understand each other and respect each other for what our abilities are.
One of the things that impressed me when I toured was that you actually have physical locations on campus where people can train for specific different industries. Would you talk about that a little?
Yeah, for example, at our Walters campus in Henderson, Bill and Susan Walters campus, they have, that's where our document destruction is. So we can have people come in there and learn a skill of how to do imaging, and you've got to use imaging machines, and it's a very specific, as you well know. I mean, this is a very particular skill. And there's a lot of documents. We've done documents for the state of Nevada that dated back to 1880, 1860. We've scanned them in the system. So, I mean, we get a lot of people are surprised by that. We get we've done documents from the IRS, and we've got all the certifications for privacy and all the things that you would want to make sure that these things don't get leaked out. But that's what that staff is doing down there, and they're doing a wonderful job at it. And we teach people how to do that. They got to get background checks, and they've got to have all the security clearances, but they do all that, and then they do the work, and it's fantastic, and they're fulfilled by that. It's really they feel like they're doing something important, and they are. We've got people out at the Air Force Base. They're working out in the flight line, helping people with in the cafeteria out there. We've got the light manufacturing we talked about, so you can go in there and you can learn how to produce something, and have a specific set of things that have to go. This product and then this product and this product gets put into a box, or we've had nuts and bolts that had to be put together in a certain way. So we have a lot of different contracts, and we Kaizen that process so that people can learn that and be very proficient at that. And then make a little money, make some money. It's a job for them. They're getting at least minimum wage and above. And we've got a lot of people that are supervisors that have disabilities. So that's kind of our story. It's we're always thinking of ways that we can produce that outcome for the person that you're serving.
What was also very interesting to me, which I didn't know when I first knew you, was that you didn't just come into this job as a job. You already had a very personal involvement in this. Would you care to share that with the audience?
Yeah, I've got a 34-year-old daughter, Sarah, and Sarah is here every day. She's about 50 feet away from me back in the work center, doing some work back there today. She was very excited about that. She told me she was going to make some money today when I saw her this morning. So when I came to the town, that 25 years ago, Sherm Frederick said, hey, you need to be on the board of Opportunity Village, and got me involved with that. So I've been involved with the organization for 25 years. I was on the board for 14, and I've been doing this for 11. And, it comes right from the heart, because as a dad, I get to see every day, how is Sarah doing? What is it that she needs? How can we make it better for everybody else that way? And so it's really, I think it's a great help to have that. But my wife and I, we know what parents go through. We understand the emotion of it, the challenges. This whole notion of housing was something that we just started 2 years ago. And now we have Betty's Village, and now we have housing for people with disabilities. That might be an option for Sarah eventually, because Melinda and I aren't going to be able to take care of her forever, just physically. So it's this is purposeful work and important work for everybody. But I got a little bit of an angle there.
I just want to mention, because I was looking at your foundation board and your regular board, Betty's Village is sponsored by the Engelstadt Foundation. It's really a who's who of Las Vegas. Some of the board member companies, Southern Nevada Water Authority, Bank of America, Boyd Gaming, and the Boyd School of Law, Cox Cable. On your foundation, another list of incredible people: Jeremy Aguero, Mark Davis of the Raiders, Mark Bedan of Oakview Group, Rob Goldstein, who I love, from Las Vegas Sands, and Missy Young from Switch. It's really the entire background of Las Vegas supports Opportunity Village.
Yeah, it's obviously a secret to our, not too much of a secret, but a big part of our success is our board. We have an incredible board. They're passionate about what we do, and that's why we're able to do so much. We built Betty's Village. The Engelstadt Foundation was so generous in helping us. But that was a model that we started by looking at all the other organizations across the country and how they did housing. And when we did it here, we didn't want to just do it. We wanted to do it with excellence and do a world-class job. And we have. And the results and the fruits of that have been tremendous. And the things that we're seeing out of that community, and just the love that community creates with each other and into the greater community is so important for the whole of Southern Nevada to have, because this is how a community should act. They've done some beautiful things. I think I don't know if I've ever talked to you about one of the first things they did was there was this sunset walk that they would do. And it started out as there was a young man that was placed there as an emergency because there was a death in the family and he didn't have anywhere to live. And so he had to come into Betty's Village. And so his first night there, he couldn't sleep. So he knocked on his neighbor's door, and his neighbor came out and he told him he can't sleep. And so he said, well, let's go for a walk. And so they went for a walk, and he was okay that night. So the next night they said, well, let's go for a walk. And so that created the Sunset Walk, where a lot of people would join together and go for a walk every night and check on each other. My goodness, what if we did that in every neighborhood in Nevada, or every neighborhood in the country? Wouldn't that change kind of the paradigm of how we talk and communicate and interact with each other? So, you see that and you think, well, that's incredible. Well, the board, because of their vision and their help, we're going to do it again. We're going to build another 118 units, or 90 units and 118 beds, and we're going to see if we can't get a few people off that waiting list, because it's so essential. Parents never thought, parents of children with intellectual and developmental disabilities, it's hard for them to think of their child living independently because the resources and the supports aren't there, and we can provide that. So that's the beauty of Betty's Village.
Well, and you're not warehousing people. You're actually you're helping them to be productive and have a life, and not just be warehoused and shut away. Let's take a break and come back. I want to talk about one of your donors specifically, and the image that you have of him that may be 180 degrees from what a lot of other people think. We'll be right back after this time out.
Turn your clunker into a caddy during the Cadillac and Cash giveaways at Tamarack Casino. Weekly cash drawings including $5,000 cash and one top prize of $10,000. Win the grand prize of a Cadillac CT4 or $40,000 in cash. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
Pro Group Management specializes in providing industries with the necessary components to satisfy and exceed workers' comp requirements. Every business has unique needs and specific regulations. Pro Group Management stays ahead of the curve, providing up-to-date services to keep your industry in top form. Discover how we simplify your tasks, improve efficiency, and reduce expense to keep you moving in a positive direction. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're having a great conversation with Bob Brown. He's the president and CEO of Opportunity Village. One of the people that's been an incredible help financially and also, physically, he and his wife Susan, is Billy Walters. And you mentioned the Walters Family Campus earlier. He came out with a book in the last year called Gambler: Secrets from a Life at Risk. I'm presuming you read the book. What did you think? Of
course. Loved it. Just a great book. I wrote a review of it, and I thought that he did a wonderful job with that. And and even with the book, it doesn't really touch the surface of what an interesting and amazing guy Bill Walters is. And I call him the godfather of Opportunity Village, and I don't mean anything sinister by that. He's just he's always keeping an eye on us and taking care of us. And, anything that we need, if it's urgent, I always tell the story of, when COVID hit, we had to send everybody home. We got shut down by the state. And so I had this, I'm there in my home office and I'm thinking to myself, I got, 700 and some employees. How am I going to pay them? And, how am I going to explain that to the board? And so I called Bill, and he said, "What do you need?" I said, "Well, $1 million." And he said, "Done." And that's Bill. That's he's a brother. I think as he pointed out in the book, he's got a child, with a disability, and so he knows it from firsthand, just like I do. And so, we have that, and we understand that, we can't complain a day in our lives about, when we have bad days, or, when something's not going right, or we don't physically feel great, because, we see what, our children have to go through just to get through the day. And so, it just changes your perspective on things. And I know Bill, that's a big part of who he is, and the toughness that he has.
To say the least. Let's take another break. We'll be right back with Bob Brown after this timeout.
Early in the morning or throughout the night, professional truck drivers are on the job, serving you, safely moving freight that's crucial to our economy. From the oldest industries to our newest innovators, from the exotic to the everyday. Trucks are everywhere, moving everything. Never afraid to embrace a future that makes Nevada and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Bob Brown. He's the president and CEO of Opportunity Village, celebrating their 70th anniversary this year, which is incredible. Bob's been with them for the last decade. You've got a new event coming up on April 27th. Tell us about Springfest.
Yeah, Springfest is, we're going to try this. We always have the Magical Forest in the fall, and we have Halloween and Magical Forest. And so we've got this wonderful asset. So, we came up with this idea of let's do a spring festival. So we're gonna try that, and that's going to be April 27th. So I want everybody in Southern Nevada to make sure they get some tickets. Ticket prices will be on our website. I don't know if they've posted those yet, but they will. I think it's free to come in during the morning, and then we're going to have a concert that night that will be paid for, and a wine walk. And so you'll be able to walk through the magical forest and sip wine, and it should be a great event. And of course, part of that's celebrating our 70th anniversary. And I'll be there to say hi to you and make sure that everybody has a good time. And it's if you haven't been to the magical forest, it's a wonderful place to take your kids. So come on down in the morning and ride. We'll have the rides going, and we've got a train there. Hopefully, we'll have our new train by that time. We'll see. We've ordered a new train, and a lot of people are going to be excited when they see that. So we'll see what we can do.
Well, I'd hope that we might have a few minutes to talk about your old profession, the newspaper business. I think we're going to hold off on that until another time, but I would actually love to talk to you about that. But it's always such a pleasure to visit with you, whether it's in person or here on Zoom today. You're one of the nicest people I know, and you're doing a wonderful job there at Opportunity Village. And so they're lucky to have you, and you're lucky to have them, is the bottom line. Bob Brown, President and CEO of Opportunity Village, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks, Sam, and thanks everybody in Nevada. Thanks for all your support. Appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you. Thanks, my friend, and we'll be right back.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real. It's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
7 at 7 is a newscast built for your smartphone. It's a 7-minute newscast available every weekday at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. at lvrj.com. We don't waste your time, and we give you the day's top stories.
We at the RJ have noticed some similarities between us and a certain BTS character, RJ.
Plus the latest in Las Vegas business, weather, health, and entertainment news. 7 at 7 streaming now on your smartphone.
Modern boutique Ahern Hotel and Event Center sits at the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 2 floors of meeting and event space are ideal for groups and conventions. Stay in one of 200 luxurious rooms and suites. Brand your event throughout the property. Flexible event spaces make for easy planning and personalization. Take over the entire hotel with a full buyout option.
Thanks for watching Nevada Newsmakers. You can catch us online 24 hours a day at nevadanewsmakers.com, or you can download the podcast wherever you like to get your podcast. We'll see you on the next broadcast. I'm going to play calling somebody on my phone.